Todd Habercorn, and you are listening to the Points of Interest podcast right here, right now. Believe it!
On this episode of the Points of Interest podcast, there's a rumor going around that the creators of South Park want to buy a Colorado restaurant. Should people be allowed to purchase used police cars? My return to Comic-Cons in September. Well, hello, and welcome back to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, she is my podcasting partner for life. It is the beautiful Miss Savannah.
In the midst of chaos over here.
Oh, we have had nothing but chaos tonight. But
Absolute
you know what?
Chaos.
The POI podcast would not be anything if it weren't for some chaos. Even further over there, he is my podcasting partner for life and best friend. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Road to 2000, winning 2000.
Yes. Once again, we are on the road to 2000.
Road to 20.
Or to 20, or to even 15.
What's the 2000 for again? Is that for Denver?
That is for
it's
Denver's
to give...
show, yeah.
I was trying to remember which one we were. Okay.
Yeah,
that's Josh's clout right there.
Yes.
Josh's clout is if he has 2,000 consistent listeners.
Yes.
Consistent.
Yes.
Which is funny because it's 2,000 consistent listeners, which means
it's 2,000 followers. Period. It didn't matter from which social media or combination of, as long as it totaled 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And so that's the road. That's the road we're hoeing.
That's the road that we are hoeing. Yes, and we will hoe ourselves out if need be for those 2,000. No, probably not. But we are back after some technical difficulties. Thank you to everybody who was there at the beginning to let us know about the technical difficulties, which I don't understand what happens there very the settings are the same from week to week. So it's very confusing to me.
Are we the same from week to week?
I mean, you should hope to not be the same from week to week. I mean, should you not hope for to be at least a little better than you were the week prior?
Sure, hope and change.
Is that anything?
Personal growth.
Is that anything like and subscribe?
No, but you can go ahead and
smash,
twerk that like button and grind on that subscribe.
And you know what? You could twerk that like button as long as the last twerk is activating the bell or whatever.
Is twerking still a thing? I don't even know.
Oh, absolutely.
It is? Okay.
I'm not
Love
really
Island has taught me anything. Yes.
I don't know. We should have got somebody from Lollapalooza to come out here and
Shout
ask us and confirm for us if there was any twerking going on there.
Oh God, it was like sex going on there. I mean,
well, if this guy that's up on screen now had anything to do with it, I'm sure there was a lot of sex going on. Savannah's Silver Fox debuts his new her daddy came out with a new look.
Daddy Durst.
Oh God.
So was he bald originally?
No, just a wig.
Oh, that's a wig.
It's literally just a wig.
Oh. Because he is unrecognizable with the hair. Did he bring up any children onto the stage and call them a motherfucker? Like I experienced.
Is that what you experienced?
Yeah, at the Weenie Roast.
Yeah.
Well, it's somebody may not have heard it, so
Yeah. So the Weenie Roast, he when Fred Durst was there, brought up a little kid and kept him up on stage for like half his set. It was really weird. And like, you're 12 years old. This 12-year-old has no idea what you're singing. Has never heard of your songs. He doesn't know what Nookie is or Cookie. Like, he doesn't understand.
He does. He
Well,
has
you're
real trashy parents.
That's true. That's true. He would
Bring him to a Limp Bizkit concert. So
it wasn't Limp Bizkit. He was just one of the people there. I mean, the headliner was, well, not the headliner, but the guy who the group that closes the show was 311. So
that is a group of guys, Francis.
which I have from right here, my little 311 glow stick from the event that changes color and blinks and stuff, and like
I am
it was
jealous of that.
it was legit. We would wave it around and just shake it when it was lit, and it was great.
There's a wonderful studio band, 311.
No, so they played live, right? And the main guy is like weirdly good looking, like kind of uncomfortably good looking dude, and like his like backup singer is like this bald dude who he takes 2 steps in one direction, is just already covered in sweat, like his shirt was just like a sponge of sweat, and it was really difficult to watch this guy dance around the stage with literally like.
Hey, PCP is a hell of a drug.
I was gonna say cocaine, really gets the
That's true. This guy was jumping around the most, and he was just sweating on everything and all over the place. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's really gross.
So you guys remember the bands Motley Crue and Poison?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. So both of those bands have young kids make up the 90% of each of those bands.
Yeah.
And then in each of those bands, there's this mysterious old fucking man that plays guitar.
Yeah.
Sure.
So in Motley Crue, you've got Mick Mars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows how old Mick Mars is. When you go to his wiki page, birthday is unlisted.
Age unknown.
Right. I think it is actually listed, but that's how you get people to go to his page.
Sure.
But he was like 97 when Vince Neil came up to him. I think it was Vince Neil, right? And
97.
Yeah.
He was 97.
He might have been.
He's 70, but yeah.
I mean, he might have been 70 then. Who knows if that
now.
Who knows if that is accurate? It's Wikipedia.
It is.
Yeah, that's true.
So then in Poison, you had C.C. DeVille.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Neither one of those guys fit in with the rest of the band. Like they were all like the father figures in my head canon. They were the father figures in each of the bands. Like, all right, guys, we've gone far enough.
Well, C.C. DeVille is like 11 years younger than Mick Mars.
I get it, but to the rest of the band,
Yeah.
those were 2 old ass dudes in.
Could you tell behind all the makeup though?
I knew right
Yeah.
away. The very first time I saw a Motley Crue video, I was like, "Who's this old bastard?"
Okay.
And C.C. DeVille, at least he had that
It's like
big.
Brian May and Queen.
There's another
God.
good example.
Yeah.
He was, and I believe he was about the same age as everybody else, but he looked older.
Yeah. Dude's also like a astrophysicist,
Mm-hmm.
like a
Yeah,
PhD.
it's like his PhD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was not aware of that.
Well, yeah. Like Dolph Lundgren's like a chemist.
yeah.
Or like, it's great. I love that people who think, what is the best use of my talent?
Mhm.
Oh, I know something that has nothing to do with whatever I learned.
Well,
That's
I
the best
mean,
use of my talent.
there was that back in the day when when they decided to put the parental advisory stickers.
Mhm.
Oh God, yeah, sure.
There was a court trial thing, and D. Snyder showed up as D. fucking Snyder,
Mm-hmm.
right? In the makeup, in the whole 9
Mhm.
yards,
Oh God.
and schooled that courtroom. Like, just like laid it down, and everybody was like dumbfounded that, this rock and roll guy just came in there and was like, no, it's fucking music. There's nothing subliminal in our music.
For a second there, I thought you meant For some reason, I heard you say Fred Schneider instead. And I'm like, what name did I think I heard him say? I'm like, the guy from B-52s, right? Like, oh yeah.
Play that same old song again.
He has my favorite holiday song, actually.
The place I work at,
Mm-hmm.
they have a flavor
Flavor
called
Flav.
They have a flavor called Marionberry.
Oh,
And
sure.
the first week or two that I was there, every time they said it, I was like, Marionberry. I know these two words together. Why are they ringing such a bell?
Great British Bake Off.
No. There was a
Oh.
mayor. There was in the early to mid 90s, I believe it was the early 90s, maybe even late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
There was a mayor in D.C., if I'm not mistaken, named Marion Barry.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
he got caught smoking crack with a prosty who was an FBI informant. And it was so crazy when I first started working at this place. I was like, Marionberry? Like, what? First, what the hell is a Marionberry, first of all? And then, like, yeah. This is named after, not named after, but
No. I'm pretty sure it was named after the Great British Bake Off lady. I'm pretty sure.
her name is
That's
Marion
that's too old of a
Barry?
reference for anyone to get. They'd be like, "Oh my god!" It's like it's like naming your Fort Wayne, Indiana. What do you call it? I guess City Hall after their famous mayor Harry Balls, right? Like you're not going to call it that, but Harry Balls was a very famous mayor, back in like the 30s, and they wanted to name this
Harry Balls.
Harry Balls, Balls.
Oh.
So we used to have the place that the Avalanche and the Nuggets played here used to be called the Pepsi Center,
Yeah, and then Pepsi
Affectionately.
became bad.
I guess.
No, I'm kidding.
Affectionately, people called it the can, right?
The can
Because it's Pepsi. It's a Pepsi can.
Mm.
Well, Pepsi left, and new sponsorship came in, and it's a company called Ball, Ball,
Mm.
and their company is blue in color.
Blue balls.
That's what I called it. I was like, oh look, now it's the blue ball place. It's the blue ball center.
Yeah, the one I'm sad about here in Anaheim, what is now called the Honda Center used to be called, because they were the home of the Anaheim Ducks. It used to be called the Pond, and they got rid of
remember
the
that.
Pond because Honda ended up being the sponsor for the stadium, and now it's this Honda Center. I'm like, no, it's the Pond. Fly, mighty ducks, fly, please.
The football stadium here has gone over like 17 different ownerships recently, and they keep tacking on Mile High at the end of whatever corporate thing
Oh, God.
comes
Okay.
in, whatever at Mile High.
Mhm.
It's just like it's Mile High, man. This is what this place is called. Stop trying to put a corporate
Yeah,
name.
I
I
don't
don't
know
even
why
like
they
football,
gotta-
but like it's Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it though. Like,
But like, what's the San Diego Chargers? Wait, they're not even there anymore, are they?
no,
So what is that stadium called right now?
nothing. I don't think it has a name.
Is it? Have they torn it down?
I don't know.
I know you don't. You're
Sadly,
not
I do
in that
pay
area,
attention
so I don't know.
to San Diego. What's happened over in San Diego? It's too far away.
Down in San Diego.
Yeah.
It's
So sadly, I don't know. I just know that they're getting rid of really good names for endorsements, and it just upsets me. Keep the fun names, right? Like Dixie Normus, right? Keep the fun names.
Dixie Normus.
Yeah,
Is that what you just
humongous.
said?
I did.
Okay.
Dixie Normus. What do you want?
Humongous.
Humongous. Mike. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, fellas. I mean, you can.
right. So we had a kind of a loose fucking plan before technical difficulties. I actually had like a kind of a structure in my head, but it kind of fell apart.
It's all right. And I never got to tell my story of of where where I got my search engine from. But
we'll go ahead.
Nah, it was weird.
Okay. Well, to stay on a computer kind of thing there, a buddy of mine hit me up and was saying he was having issues with XY software. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I don't know anything about it, man. And I figured he would know what I was saying when I said it. But apparently he had done a bunch of work in some sort of software, a bunch of data that he put into it. And I said, have you tried Alt F4? And he did not know what that does.
I don't even know what that does. What
It closes whatever you're actively in.
Dick move, Josh.
No chance to save, no nothing. It just closes out. I thought
God.
he knew.
It's like telling people to erase. Oh my God, what was that one stupid thing? It's like erase sys32 on your Windows folder.
Oh.
I was always a big fan of Fdisk.
Fdisk, yeah.
Command prompt Fdisk enter.
You having a problem with that floppy disk? Just the format, it'll get better.
There was a team that used to do the comp shopping at this place that I worked at. Did
you say comp shopping?
Comp shopping. Competition shopping.
Okay.
That they claimed to carry magnets in their pockets and walk down the software aisles.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, right.
And you could throw a magnet at a CRT screen and screw it up forever.
I actually just told somebody the other day about a magnet trick, and the guy just looked at me with a very disappointing look on his face.
What's a magnet?
Right.
Nothing.
No, he was talking about this powerful magnet. I said, hey, man, you should take it to the car wash.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, why would I take it to the car wash? It doesn't need to be cleaned. I'm like, it doesn't, but your car does. He goes, maybe, but what's that got to do with a magnet? I was like, well, instead of putting money in the coin thing, you run the magnet over it a bunch of times, and it activates the switch. And you get free car washes.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, my friends and I did it for years until we got caught.
See, man.
The guy was like, how long have you guys been doing this? A long time. Please stop. Like, okay.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like,
I mean, like, he can't be there all the time, but then they got smart and put cameras in.
Well, yeah. Right.
What a jerk.
Yeah, but all of us back in the day, we all carried an 8-inch speaker magnet just in the car somewhere.
The Fast 9 of the 80s.
Well,
TV VCR combos.
Yes, all day.
So
all day.
The Fast and Furious movie number 9 is all about magnets.
It is not.
Yeah, it's all about magnets.
That's right.
It is it?
It's about a magnet.
Oh, that's right. I remember
is the subtitle to it save, quick save?
No. Yes.
There's a lot of games that use F9 it's either quick load or quick save. I can't recall.
All I know is that they should have just called it fine. Just because they had Fate, right? F8 was Fate of the Furious, right? So just add fine. What is the movie? It's fine.
Fate,
it's
fine.
Fine. Swear to God.
Like they don't
Next one better be Fast 10, your seatbelts.
That's the one. Yes. That exactly. And then the final movie, Fast 11, is I don't know. What do you call the final Fast and Furious movie that The Rock refuses to participate in?
What, even he's done with them?
Oh
Jeez.
man, yeah, he's like, yeah, you're not going to see me for the last 2 movies, but much luck to the rest of the crew of the Fast and Furious franchise. It's like you were a big part of the last movies before Fast 9. It's
He
just
got his own spin-off.
Huh?
He got his
Yeah,
own
he got a
spin-off.
spin-off. Yeah. He got a spin-off with Jason Statham. Oi. I fight and I kick things. Oi. And I
Yes.
suck a baby. In a plane.
He made 2 good movies.
Jason Statham?
Yeah.
Dude, he's made a ton of good movies. I like a lot of his movies.
I mean, the first 2 Transporters were pretty good.
Transport. Oh,
Don't you remember Crank?
Crank.
That's what I was kind of trying to skip over that one. That one I
Crank is
laughed.
the best.
I laughed all the way through that movie.
He has sex with
Like-
Amy Smart in the middle of a busy street.
Yeah, like I have to do this or I'm gonna die.
He falls out of a helicopter and he opens his eyes. Like, how great is this movie? Oh man,
There was some movie I saw back in the day. I think it had Bruce Willis in it, and I can't remember what it was called, but I basically called it Virtua Fighter the movie because he just shot everybody in the film, and that's what you do in Virtua Cop.
that's G.I. Joe. That's
Yeah,
I mean, Bruce
that's
Willis has given up. He just. I don't know why people still put him in movies. He's given up as a person, as an actor. It's just like, yeah, I do it. Paycheck.
Kevin
Have a
Smith.
few laughs.
Kevin Smith has a story about when he was on
Cop Out.
Cop Out. About it, he handed Willis the script and he just like tore pages out of it. And he's like, "This is chafta. It's chafta." And apparently
Yeah, and he
chafta just
refused to
means
do
it's like
scenes.
bullshit. It's just bullshit, exposition, whatever. You're not gonna use any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin was like, I was really disappointed. I thought, it's gonna be Bruce Willis. There's fucking Nighthawk right there. Or not Nighthawk. Yeah, Nighthawk, right? Moonlighting. There's moonlighting right in front of me. And he was,
I'm trying to figure out which movie. What's the movie where you see Bruce Willis just give up on life? Like, I want to know what that movie was. Where he's just like, I'm done. I refuse to act like an actual actor. I'm just gonna be Bruce Willis, the guy who you see in movies.
Looper.
Really? I thought he was actually pretty good at Looper.
I don't know. I just threw that out because that movie
Don't
was
you
kind of
remember,
ridiculous.
The Expendables, where they had every action
Yes.
movie star in that, and they made an action movie, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger even while he was governor, he recorded like
He made a
brief scene.
cameo, yeah.
He made a cameo, yeah.
The third movie, my buddy and I went and saw it. I may have told you guys this 1,000 times. But
the audience hasn't heard it.
But the Wesley Snipes was in the third one.
Yeah.
It was the first movie he did after his stint in prison.
Post-prison?
Yes. So there's not a ton of people in the theater. There's a lady 1 or 2 rows ahead of us. At one point, one of the characters, after breaking him out of prison, asks how he ended up in there. And Wesley Snipes looks right at the camera and just deadpans it. He just goes, "Tax evasion." My buddy and I stood up in the theater and started clapping and hooting and hollering. I had tears running down my face. It was so hilarious to me. And the lady was just like, "What?" I was like, that was hilarious, lady. What's your problem?" Like, you're not actually here to watch this film, are you?
Did he at some point say always bet on the IRS or something? Like, did he
no.
pull another one of his lines from another movie?
Unfortunately, he did not. But I did see he was in something recently.
Yeah, he's back in film. Like, he's supposed to, he's trying to get back into the scene.
He made a cameo in What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, right, because he's a vampire.
No, that's funny.
Yeah, I need to see that. It's not streaming anywhere. That's the problem. And I mean, I want to see the movie before I see the show. What? It did? What? Really?
What We Do in the Shadows?
The movie, not the show.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Because I say the movie I want to watch.
I think we watched the whole thing on Prime.
All right. Because I will watch the series, but I want to watch that movie first because
Yeah.
it looks great.
I mean, you don't even really need to watch the movie.
No, I know, yeah, because I know they're all different actors and stuff.
But they do make cameos in it, and then it makes a little bit more sense. So, but
2014.
But yeah, it's on YouTube for sure, and then I'm pretty sure I think we watched it on the Amazon Prime.
Right,
I want to say.
Hunt it down. I will hunt.
You know what else is on YouTube?
Haggard.
Haggard.
I was just jumping out ahead. I saw the look on her face.
What do we need to watch? Oh, that. Oh, I see. Okay.
You guys are gonna watch it and be like, "The fuck did I just watch?"
I mean,
No, we're gonna watch it and we're gonna be like, Savannah, thank you for finally opening our eyes to this movie.
No, you're gonna be like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen," and I'll be like, "I know, that's the point."
But I mean, if you think about it, though, like if you take all the stunts out of all the CKY videos and it was just their little skits,
yeah,
that's basically Haggard.
All right, here it is, Haggard the Movie. I have it up, HD movie, full movie. This is a re-upload. Oh, there's nudity in it?
oh yeah.
Oh God.
It's probably like Pontius
One of
ass.
the guys is nude.
Yeah.
Naked, probably.
There are boobs in it, and there
there
is
you
definitely an asshole in it. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Ryan Dunn's asshole.
Oh well. Oh, look at this. There it is. ADO Entertainment. I'm watching it now.
All right. We're gonna shift
All right,
this
we're gonna-
podcast
we're
just
gonna-
to Francis's
we're
live
gonna-
fucking review.
This is gonna be. We're gonna turn this into a what is it? With a live commentary of this
Live,
movie.
Perfect.
For a bad movie, it has 500, thumbs up and only 9 thumbs down. So can't be that bad if there's the vast majority are thumbs up to this movie.
Well, speaking of which, Francis, things not being so bad and thumbs up. There's a restaurant here. We didn't go to it. I just couldn't make you go to it. But it's called Casa Bonita.
Is it? Whoa, wow. That was not the reaction I was expecting.
Casa Bonita, Francis, is
It has a cult following, yeah.
Yeah, it has a cult following. Before I tell you what it is, it recently went into, I believe, Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and is having issues reopening after the pandemic. It is famous, infamous, and notorious here in Colorado. But what it is, it's a Mexican restaurant in a strip mall that takes up a third of the strip mall itself. Mm-hmm. And inside of it is a Mexican village.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So,
and it's also at the same time like a pirate cave thing. Yeah. It's weird. The pirate thing doesn't really make a lot of sense, but
I asked my sister why she's never brought me there, and she's like, to be fair, I don't think you could eat anything there because one, it's chicken or beef. Those are your options.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
she's like, and two, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not known for having good food, and you can't just go there for drinks or like apps or anything. Like you have to eat if you go in there. Yeah.
And it's like being back in elementary or middle school, where you stand with a tray and you walk down a prison line, and food comes out of this mysterious hole in the wall that separates the person that hands you the extremely nuclear hot plates from the kitchen.
Okay.
And so the food's just coming out of the kitchen, out of microwaves, I'm sure. And it just pop, and they just slide it out of this mysterious hole. And the lady, or the dude, whoever might be standing there, goes like, "Did you order this particular plate of slop? Well, here you go." And then you go and you eat about a third of it, and you're like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." But, most people that go there drink heavily.
Yeah.
So they're just like, "Bring me another margarita. That'll make this taste better."
Yeah.
And then they have cliff diving about every 45 minutes, I think. That's how big this thing is. It has.
And they have like mermaids too, don't they?
I believe at one point they did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the website. All right. Where their catchphrase is "Taste the magic of Mexico."
If that is authentic Mexican food, then I don't want to go.
Okay. So next time Martha comes, you guys need to just like go
detour
Denver
to Colorado.
Go there and see what she thinks of it.
So it says celebrating 46 years of family fun, the greatest show in Denver, mouth-watering Mexican food, 30-foot waterfall, and daring cliff divers, exciting stage show at musicians, gift shop, and amusement arcade. Now here are the hours. So apparently there's a gorilla. Just says gorilla. That's it. 6:15 gorilla. Then there's the dive show. Then there's the pirate. Then there's the gunfight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it says gunfight. Just says gunfight. And then for some reason, then there's like the gorilla and pirate at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Then the pirate and the golden idol. And then they just have like a final show at 10 o'clock.
Now, it hasn't been open.
It's open.
It is not open.
Well, as of August 4th, they're open. As of August 4th.
It is August 3rd. They are not open.
August 3rd.
It says August 4th, 2021. So tomorrow they're open.
Tomorrow, Josh.
As we record this, yes, tomorrow they will be open. Which is surprising because I just read an article the other day that was like, well, they hope to be open by September. So
no, it just says August 4th here. I don't know if that means they'll be open, but they're saying, hey, come back August 4th.
Well, at one point, two things, I guess. They were doing walking tours of the restaurant.
Yeah.
You couldn't sit down. You couldn't sit and have a sopapilla or anything. Excuse me. But you can get a walking tour of the restaurant. And then the whole reason why I brought it up is there was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember now.
That South Park guys are trying to buy it?
The creators of South Park.
Buy it.
So there is rumor going around that they had interest, and they very well may, but apparently the owners of Casa Bonita were like, we're not interested in selling. Which I think is foolish. I think they should take the money and run. But
yeah, because there's an online petition right now that reads, "We don't want you anymore," and is trying to tell the owners to sell to Matt and Trey.
Yes. The other thing that I just remembered, there is a group that was here in Denver, and it may have been in other cities as well, that people had a love for this restaurant. Started a group and started buying their debt, and bought about $60,000 worth of their debt.
Wow.
Just like locals. Let's just say that they were locals here.
It's an American institution.
Right. I just thought that was crazy. I mean, I guess that's cool in a way, but like, hey, where's all this money coming from?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, kid. That was like totally incriminated myself for a second. Let me just say I learned about money laundering by mistake.
Yeah, you buy a car wash. You launder the money through a car wash or a laser tag, depending on whichever one your lawyer tells you to get. I mean, it's all good, man. It's all good.
You know how like there's issues in the marijuana world here in Colorado anyway about having money in the banks? You may have heard about this.
Yes, I am very aware that it's illegal to have money, ill-gotten gold, put into our fine banking institutions.
Yes. I may or may not have had an actual banker tell me to take, instead of bringing him cash, to bring him a shit ton of money orders.
Yeah, because money orders can't get tracked back. It's usually the money order is
exactly. Yeah. And I was like on the phone. I'm like, "Did you just tell me how to money launder?" And he's like, No, I just told you it'd be easier to process all this if you brought me money orders. Like, oh, and you're really good at covering your tracks as well.
Well, money laundering means you can't trace it back. But money orders, you can trace it twice back, at least a little bit. Like you can trace it back to the fact that
there is a somewhat of a paper trail, yeah. But
there's a bit of a paper trail.
There's also some deniability, I'm sure. I'm not a banker. I don't know.
Just make that check out to cash, please.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully Matt and Trey do end up buying that place. I think that'd be really cool. Francis, next time you're here,
we'll go.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just you or if it's you and the lady, I will take you, and then we will stop at a store and buy some Pepto.
Yeah. Well, first off, we need to go back to that restaurant with the hash browns.
I show that picture to as many people as
I do
can.
too. I do too.
And then
the hash browns are the.
And then let them know you should probably avoid that place.
Where's this?
This is a restaurant down the street from where I live.
Is it still down the street from you?
Yes, it is still down the street from me.
Oh, wow.
Technically. I wonder if I can multitask and do this.
Oh man,
I don't.
This
think
is just
can.
a funny. This is a weird story. So Josh is trying to convince me that there's other cultures and races in Colorado, and I refuse to believe him. It's like, no, there isn't. I don't see anything to the fact that there's other cultures and races here in Colorado. So we go to this restaurant for breakfast, and we're getting these gigantic piles of food. And I get these hash browns, and I just kind of nudge Josh, like, what does this look like to you, Josh? And the cream, like the sour cream is in the shape of like a swastika.
Oh God!
Unmistakable.
I'm like, this can't be a mistake, right? Like this is like, you can't accidentally like go, okay, I'm gonna pour the sour cream. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go this way, then that way, then that way. And then
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm an artist right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I was like, should I still eat this? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna prove him that I'm and I just ate some of it. But I thought it was really funny that I got these hash browns.
Well, you took a picture of it.
I took a picture. There's a picture of it. It's in my Instagram. It's way back. It's like 6 years ago, but maybe I'll find it again and
I'm trying to look for it. I've pulled a bunch of pictures off my phone.
Oh, I have it. I can do it really easy because I have my photos are geocoded. That's why I'm able to show it to people. So, and actually, I think I downloaded it to where I made it easy access because it's a story I tell quite often because I think it's hilarious. I just think it's like the funniest thing,
If you share your screen, it'll show up on your.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Let me see. Or maybe I don't have it as easy access as I thought I did. Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh, okay.
Here it is. Oh man. All right, hold on. Let me do this, and how do I share screen again?
It's in your Skype.
Oh, I see it.
I'm even gonna.
So this is these were the hash browns that I had.
We don't see it yet.
You don't see it yet? Oh,
no, just a black screen.
Because I have to do this, I think.
There you go.
Oh my God!
And like that's not a mistake. There's no way that's a mistake.
Oh my God!
I don't know if it's actually showing up in the stream.
It's not showing on there, but that's fine. You can
I'll tack it on or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely
it's just like,
ridiculous.
Oh man, it's the funniest thing because it's like there's no possible way this was a mistake.
No way.
How do you accidentally do this?
The only thing that's different about that place, Francis, is they've changed the name.
Oh.
Because if you remember, it was this and that. Remember?
Yeah,
I don't want to say the name.
No, you don't have to. Yeah.
But you remember what it was called?
Vaguely. But here, I'm sending it to you through Skype, so maybe you can show it on your end. But yeah, I just
I just see the picture. Oh, you're sending. Oh,
it's in Skype.
Yeah.
It's in the Skype chat.
Yeah. I thought you were sending me the name of the thing.
No.
But they changed it instead of it being this and that. Mm-hmm. Now it's just this.
Well, when you serve that many plates of hash browns, I'm certain at some point people are going to notice and be like, "Excuse me, sir. Whoever's in the kitchen, tell them something's wrong with it." Like, what was I saying? What, like, okay, Savannah, you get this plate.
I'm gonna.
What do you do
as you guys are vamping? I am going to pull it up.
So what do you do when you get this plate of food? Like, what would you do if
I'd be like, "Excuse me, what is this?"
Well, actually, even better yet, what if your minority friend was the one who brought this plate of food?
Yeah.
Because Josh didn't get anything like that. Josh got a normal plate of food. I don't know if he had anything with sour cream on it, but he got a normal plate of food.
That is so
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, right? Like, that's unmistakable. Like, you just can't hide that. And it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you can say, I have it already.
Coming up.
There's bites taken.
Yeah.
It's on screen now.
Is it? Okay.
It is on screen.
I feel like I would have turned into an actual Karen and been like, I really need to speak to a manager right now.
I've told you guys before that I'm rarely embarrassed, like, by my actions. Right? I'm embarrassed for other people's actions around me.
Well, and
I was just like, this is the very first time I've ever been here. I'm telling Francis that Denver's a melting pot, and honestly, I've only been witness, like straight up witness to outright racism a handful of times in my life. And this, like, takes the cookie or the plate of hash browns.
I was gonna say, if I don't know if I said it at the time, but I probably would have said something to the effect of, like, if I die after eating this plate of food, at least you have the evidence, right?
I think you did. And I was just so embarrassed that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say.
We never went back.
And I've never gone back. I've never gone back. When I saw that the name had changed, I'm like, yeah, but that don't mean nothing if you still employ the same racist assholes.
Yeah. Are they all still there? Like, have you gone back to see if they are?
I can't. And in all honesty, the food wasn't that good.
No.
It wasn't. I mean, it was cool to check out, because I used to live right down the street from it.
Yeah.
But even more closer down the street than I live to it now. I forgot to show the Casa Bonita picture.
That's all. What it does have going for it is portion size and its love of food art.
Yeah. Next time I'll take you to a different place that costs about the same, the portions are about the same, and there's no racism. Well, at least that I have witnessed.
The one that we went to with you, myself, and Jay, that was fine. That restaurant was fine.
It was weird. We were driving around, and I kind of, despite this being my town, I kind of got lost, and I didn't know. I knew vaguely where we were, but I didn't know where we were in relation to the place I needed to get us to, because I didn't, for some reason, have that place in my phone as an address, and we ended up at some diner. Mm-hmm. That had a cigarette machine.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was just like, wow, classic cigarette machine. They were like $19 for a pack or something like that. You just sit there for like 6 years putting coins in it. But it's sometimes it's those fun adventures, where you are quote unquote lost. And you end up in a restaurant, and the first place the breakfast place we were talking about, we didn't end up there lost. I was like, well, let's go here. I've lived next to this place for years. Now I live down the street.
Never gone.
Now I
know
never
why.
Been there. My buddy's here.
I'm looking forward to the three of us though having our Colorado shenanigans and adventures. So soon.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I'll probably be there in November. So.
And then we'll have a pillow fight, and it'll be great.
Well, in November, you're going to be here for Thanksgiving, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Skiing trip again?
I don't know about that.
Don't want to chance the altitude sickness again.
I think we proved that it could happen, and we're good with that. Don't need it. I told you about this, didn't I, Francis?
Yeah. But the
just,
audience doesn't.
Oh, I don't know. Like we went skiing, and neither of us had been skiing in over 15 years. Like my sister snowboards. Yeah. And I just stopped skiing because I have the knees of a 90-year-old woman. So she was like, we should try skiing. You come here all the time and we never do snowboarding, skiing, anything like that. And I was like, okay. We did. And it was muscle memory right away, and it was fine, and it was fun. And I think we maybe only did like 6 runs, but like it was freezing. It was really cold that day. It was like 15 degrees and the super windy. And so.
Look, again, better. I did one snowboarding lesson, and I've
never snowboarded.
No. I cannot stand up. I can't stay up. It's just so hard to do.
I'd probably be the same way.
Yeah.
Can you skateboard?
I can. No, I mean yes and no. I mean, I can like stand on one, but it doesn't mean I can do anything with that.
Yeah. I'm just curious. But
move in a single direction. Yeah.
I learned how to. So in the snowboarding or skateboarding world, I'm known as goofy footed. So right foot forward.
Yep.
My snowboard teacher was regular footed, and didn't know how to ride backwards. So I taught myself basically how to ride goofy footed after learning regular footed.
Nice.
Like, what's so hard about this?
Are you left-handed?
I am.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
He's a southpaw.
I am a southpaw.
That's why. I remember one of the first times my friends tried wakeboarding, and I was doing the goofy foot stance. It didn't really work because they had a regular one. So the fin was, backwards.
Right.
And my friend was like, "Oh, this is way easier." And I was like, "You're left-handed."
Right.
I'm not left-handed though, but I stand goofy foot. So.
You're not ambi?
No, I'm not.
Ambidextrous? No.
I can, however, my one party trick is that I can write my name in cursive.
With your foot?
Backwards.
Oh, backwards. Wow.
Cursive backwards with my left hand.
Wow.
I have to do it at the same time as my right hand, but it's basically like memory where you just do the same thing. Yeah, it's like a mirror.
That's a good party trick.
It really is.
Savannah,
it's the one thing.
You have more than one party trick.
I do also have very long toes, so I can pick things up with them. That's the one party trick that I showed you. I dropped something on the floor and I just picked it up with my foot. And he was like, "What are you doing?"
So doesn't everyone do this?
Yeah. So
as long as you don't eat with it, that's good.
No, I do not.
Well, this time when you're out here in November, I am going to make sure to not have any Snickers on me, nor will I have any in my system.
Gosh, you blew it.
Oh, that slaps.
I know. I blew it. I do. I fucking that. We've talked about before on my tombstone. I wanted to say, he tried, and then underneath it, I want it, and he blew it a lot,
big time.
And then everyone's like, "Wait, what kind of blowing it does he mean?"
Yeah.
What is it?
Like, I should change my handle on. I should change my handle on Twitter to missed opportunities.
Well, I still you're one of the few people I do know that uses the area code as their username. So,
despite not being from Colorado, this is home, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, it's probably the only username I've ever encountered that is like, oh, this is where I'm from.
Right. Well, I mean, like you got Rey Mysterio. He named a whole fucking move after San Diego.
Oh.
He's got a move called 619.
619.
Oh, y'all are weird. Let's just say that. Oh, y'all are weird. That's just weird. It makes zero sense to me. It's like, hey, I'm going to do this move that I learned in LA. I'm going to call it the 818. And it's like, what's 818? It's the area code. Well, the area code of like this small section of LA. This other section of LA is like
That's why it's great. Like the 701, all of North Dakota.
You know, it was funny. I told you guys a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, that Ice Cube and Cypress Hill had diss tracks back and forth to each other.
Sure.
Was it verses?
Yes. And in Ice Cube's, he says, you guys claim you're from L.A., but you're from this other neighborhood. Uh-huh. You claim you're from South Central or whatever the lyric. I don't fucking know.
When you're really from West Hollywood or something.
And it's like the neighboring neighborhood.
Oh, God. But you're really from Torrance.
It was just, it was fun because
in Moorhead, but I just say Fargo because that's where everyone knows.
Everyone knows Fargo. Well, yeah. When you say LA, it's like, oh, you're from LA. It's like, well, LA is like these, like a million different cities.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like
it's all these different places. Yeah. And they always think it's New York City.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm from actually like northern part of New York where it's the suburbs. I don't live in the city.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh.
But it was funny because when I got into it, I was like, well, I don't know these areas that they're talking about, so let me look up these neighborhoods. Like, they're fucking like there's one major street between these two neighborhoods. Like,
oh God, yeah, no, it makes a difference.
I know, I realize that, but it's just like, come on.
Like, there's a big difference between like Inglewood and like the city right beside it, and you can name any city right beside it, Westminster or something. It's like there's a huge difference. Like you cross that street, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm in a different world.
Sure.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy in here in LA.
And then, you know, that's funny because I didn't take you down to Colfax, which is that exactly like you're in like, you know, nice parts of town. Then you're just like in the ghetto.
No, send me to Vail. I want to go to Vail, man.
I don't have 3 hours to drive you to Vail.
Whatever. As long as I get to go hang out at the mansion, I'm fine.
I could take you to a castle.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I could take you to a castle, too, here in L.A. There's a bunch of castles in L.A. The Magic Castle.
The White Castle.
No, not yet. Not yet. We still got to go to Vegas for that.
Yep.
Minneapolis is the closest White Castle for us. But they got vegan sliders.
Well, we should all just do the Vegas thing. Just meet up in Vegas and have a wild weekend.
Vegas.
I'll just be at the Pinball Hall of Fame the whole time.
And I mean, we can get in contact with the Pinball Hall of Fame and say we want to record there with all the bells and whistles in the background.
No, we got to walk up Fremont Street and laugh at all the parents who are letting their children take pictures of women in pasties. And dudes in their banana hammocks. Oh, and they zip line, during the day they zip line. Or I guess at night they zip line too. Yeah.
I zip lined at night during the light show.
Yeah.
While on acid.
While on a lot of acid. No.
And then we'll just pass by the Heart Attack Grill because we can't really go in it.
There's nothing I can eat in there. I promise you.
There's nothing I would want to eat there.
What? No, I know. There's nothing I want to eat there either. I just like walking by and seeing, like, you know, the one or two couples in this gigantic restaurant, like the one or two families who like take the risk of eating at this mediocre restaurant just so they can take pictures of the gowns, the hospital gowns and the bags of soda or booze that they have to drink from an IV.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you drink your drinks from an IV. You have all the wait staff are nurses.
Oh my God.
And you wear a hospital gown to keep all the crap off your.
Oh my God.
A lot of meat, a lot of juices, a lot of sauces. Yeah. And the best part is outside is a scale. And if you weigh 350 pounds, you get to eat for free.
Oh my God.
Oh, the heart attack grill.
Oh my God. Is that for real?
It's real.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
real.
God.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And it's right by, and it's like across the
This
street.
is why the world hates America.
Oh, well, yeah. There's a lot of reasons why the world hates America. But
Right.
That's definitely one of the reasons. Oh, man. No, I love the heart attack grill. I've never been. I just, again, like, I like watching people
Right.
in there. And I just love that.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like the Hard Rock. You love it. You don't ever go.
Do you guys ever?
No.
Do you guys ever go to, like, the Rainforest Cafe? Do you guys have those at all?
I have eaten at a Rainforest
Yeah.
Cafe. I actually like Rainforest Cafe a little bit. I'm not. I don't think it's bad.
I think
I'm
there's
just
still one
annoyed
here.
by the every 15 minutes it gets dark and like the trees shake.
Yeah.
And the animals start like, oh come on guys, I'm trying to eat.
Okay. Have you ever eaten a Margaritaville?
No. But there's one in Vegas that I walk by all the time. Yeah, and they have a guitar. So the Margaritaville special, their margarita, I guess, container is a guitar with a straw. So the guitar is obviously a plastic empty guitar that you fill with daiquiri or whatever, and you just drink from a straw.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's like every 30 minutes or something like that, or every hour, they or anytime Margaritaville plays, basically.
Oh god.
They have this whole thing. There's this huge martini glass, and a girl goes on a water slide, and she's in there, and all these stilt walkers come out, and it's a whole fucking thing.
God, that's like Joe's Crab Shack.
They have the best fucking
What does
nachos,
Joe's do?
though, you guys.
Joe's
Joe's
Crab
did
Shack
the singing,
would ever-
didn't they?
No, hourly they would dance and sing.
Yeah,
Hourly.
it was,
Oh.
yeah, it was
I mean, because
basically-
we've been to Joe's at San Diego just that one time, I guess,
Yeah.
and they weren't doing it then.
There was a Joe's Crab Shack that was right by me, and of course you have to wear the T-shirt that says "Got Crabs." But yeah, they would have an hourly dancing show, a show where the staff would stop what they were doing if they were serving you or whatever, and they would just dance for 5 minutes, and then they'd go back to serving everyone. It's so stupid. I hate gimmicky places like
Yeah.
that so much.
We were talking at the workplace about there was a place here called Gunther Tootie's. It was a
That's a terrible name.
It is
dumbest name I've ever heard.
and it was like a 50s joint.
Mm-hmm.
And their thing was if it was your birthday, they would stand you on a chair and you would do the twist.
Oh,
And then some unattractive lady with fiery red lipstick would come and give you the big, nastiest, waxiest kiss. And you just have these big, huge red lipsticks on the side of your face, and you go back to your seat, and all you just be like, it's all
Do they still do that
waxy.
post-COVID?
Well, I have no idea. All the restaurants are gone here, so I don't even think it exists anymore.
Yeah, the one
And
restaurant
they were
that was here
gone
that had a
way
gimmick-
before COVID, so I don't have a good answer for you on that one.
The rainforest gimmick is fine because it doesn't interrupt your eating because nobody stops. Like the staff don't stop.
Right.
It's just like the things around you move. But
Yeah.
there was this restaurant called Bobby McGee's, and the gimmick there was everyone was a character from a movie or a cartoon, and so they would act as like Cinderella or or Tip the Bellhop, and they would stay in character while they served you your food, and it was like the weirdest thing because they were dressed up too. So you're getting served by
It's like
a
going
woman
anywhere at Disney, I suppose.
well, yeah, because there's a character cafe, there's a character restaurant where it's not the staff that serve you that are the characters. It's they just come out and talk to you while you're eating. But yeah, this one they serve you, so they're serving you in ball gowns and like really elaborate outfits. It was really stupid, but I'm just glad that these restaurants with these gimmicks are going away because it's stupid.
There used to be a spot here, and it might have been a national chain. I don't know because I don't get out very much.
What was the name of it again?
Which one? His?
Gunther?
Oh, Gunther. Oh,
Gunther
Tooties.
Tooties.
Run through Tooties.
There was a spot here. I think I only went to it once or twice, but it was called Round the Corner.
Round the Corner. No, I don't know what this is.
There would be booths, and there'd be this red bat phone, if you will, on every on the end cap of every booth. And when you were ready to order, you picked up the phone and just talked to line cook, random line cook number 1, and they would take your order. They didn't have
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
They didn't have necessarily like waiters. They had food runners, not necessarily waiters and waitresses. You just picked up the phone. You're like, yeah, we need 3 cheeseburgers and some shakes and fries, whatever. And that was their gimmick.
Look, Japan does the gimmicks right. Like there's this one ramen restaurant where you never see the staff. It's just a little window.
Yes.
The window goes up. They serve you your food, the ramen. The window goes down, and then they don't bother you until you press a button, and you never see their face. You never know what they look like. They just lift it up, take what you have, do whatever you want with it. Oh, I want more of this, more of that. They'll put it in.
Ichiran.
Ichiran ramen, yeah. Ichiran ramen, yeah.
We can now, if we want to go to New York, they have a spot in Brooklyn, or in Times Square, or both, and we can pay $20 for some fucking ramen.
I mean, okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot for ramen.
Well, I mean, if it's good, if it's good ramen, it's worth it, yeah.
That's a lot for ramen. Whoa.
Okay. The zoo is getting restless.
Okay,
right.
so that means it's our cue. Let me turn this down a little bit and hit the button so we can talk about
which one? The one that says Road to 2000?
Let me hit that button. You're making me do too many things. Yes, the Road to 2000. Wrong button. See, you got me frustrated. Savannah, where can the people find you and your lovely dog farm? Well, we don't want you finding your dog farm, but where can they find you on the internet?
I don't know. She's gone.
I'm not very active on Twitter, but Master Raptor is all one word.
Yep.
And Francis, where can people find you?
Sinceresarcasm.net. Go there. All of my access to websites and stuff, and all like my Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Instagram, Twitter. It's all there. Go check it out. And remember, look, tell your friends, lie to them even. I don't care. Just tell them that this is actually a good podcast, but let them listen.
Smash that like and share.
Remember what we said last week? Just download it and play it. You don't even have to listen to it.
It's great. It's great for the dogs. Ask my dogs. They hate it.
Road to 2000. Road to 200. We want to get to that number. That number is special to us. We don't want to wait. We don't want 2,000 episodes to get to 2,000. We want to get to 2,000 in like the next 3. So it's up to you guys. This is our call to action. Go let people know about this show.
If you think you hate it now, wait until you listen to it.
And look, if you own a small business. If you own like a coffee shop, play this in the background.
There you go.
Just play it. Especially a coffee shop, because no one's paying attention. Everyone has their own earbuds on.
And just just quiet enough that people are like, are people talking? I can't. Right. Is that?
What are they? What are we listening to? And then you tell them.
Yeah.
I have a ton of business cards that go to a website that doesn't exist anymore. So
me too.
Yeah, mine work. I have.
Actually, you know what? My business cards didn't even have my website on it because I'm fucking stupid.
I think that was right. I think I remember that.
Well,
there's a bunch of business cards like that. Yeah.
It's mostly because you spent 9 years coming up with elite speak of how to type out the name of the show.
I had nothing to do with that. That was done. That was done for me. Anyway.
And then you can find me. What?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please.
You can find me at 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303ninja on the Instagram, POIPodcast.com, the POI Podcast at gmail.com for some emails, text, call, and voicemail 314-764-7631. Spells out POI Pod 1 because I don't care about synergy anymore. That's everything.
You care about it again because you got rid of the thing. So
use promo code.
use the promo codes to fucking sponsors. That's another topic, another day. Like us, follow us, smash things, twerk things, to bring it back to the beginning. We have solved the technical problems. We'll be back next week. And hopefully we'll be back next week with Savannah whispering sweet nothings into our ear as I talk about other things.
All right, it's called Haggard.
It's called subliminal messaging. Everybody, thank you very much for sticking around. We'll be here next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
2000.